Welcome to my views and news Wednesday's first video with some key updates. First update is from Sheraro front. Around a week ago, Ethiopian federal forces, regional forces and Eritrean forces took control of Sheraro. Since then, rumors were being spread that Tigray forces had retaken Sheraro. Now, satellite images are being shared from Sheraro. Not old images. Images were taken just 48 hours ago. These images confirm who is in control of Sheraro town now. Secondly, Getachew today for the first time spoke about Berahle front. I reported that main push from afar towards Tigray was from Berahle front. And Getachew today claimed that offensive towards Tigray from Berhale has failed. He shared details. And thirdly, viewers, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Somalia's president, newly elected, in May he was elected, is at last in Ethiopia. He arrived in Addis Ababa just a few hours ago. Details for you. Firstly, viewers, Sheraro town on Tigray, Eritrea border almost a week ago. Ethiopian federal regional forces and Eritrean forces launched an offensive from Eritrea and they took control of Sheraro. It was indirectly confirmed by Tigray military command too. But since then, we have been hearing rumors that Sheraro had changed hands. Yesterday, several people contacted me. Well, Sajid, you're not updating us. Sheraro is under TDF control. Now, satellite images are being shared from Sheraro. Maksar satellite images. Two sets of images are being shared. First set of images was taken on the 19th of September this month, and these images show deployment of heavy weapons in Sarha, which is on Eritrea side of Eritrea-Tigray border close to Sheraro. And these images show self-propelled howitzers, tanks, M46 field gun battery. Heavy weapons deployed to Sarha on Eritrean side of the border just a day before the start of this offensive. Offensive started on the 20th of September. Now, second set of images is from Monday. The images were taken, they were captured on Monday, 26th of September. These images are from Sheraro town. These images show, firstly, 4 tanks are shown in these images. Secondly, towed artillery, not self-propelled, towed artillery pieces can be seen in Sheraro town. Thirdly, troops in formation can be seen and troops walking in and out of a hospital can be seen. Name of the hospital is Mayani Hospital. Where is it located? It is located in eastern outskirts of Sheraro. The road which links Sheraro with Shere. This hospital is situated on this road in the eastern part of Sheraro. So it's very clear these are ENDF, EDF tanks and artillery pieces. ENDF and EDF are still in control of Sheraro. Not only are they in control of Sheraro, but also areas close to Sheraro because the hospital is in eastern outskirt of Sheraro. And the way these formations are being shown, it's not that there is ongoing fighting in Sheraro. It seems fighting is at a distance from Sheraro. Sheraro is not a front line. Front line is at a distance from Sheraro. So a confirmation, I think experts should do more regarding covering of this conflict, Ethiopia, Tigray, Eritrea conflict. We know that whatever is happening in Russia-Ukraine conflict is being shared by experts, by weapon experts, by image analyzing experts, and we know what is happening in that conflict. But this conflict is neglected one. No experts who analyze images, who are involved in the analysis of satellite imagery, in weapon analyzing images, they have not been seen interested in this conflict. That is why we're seeing lots of misinformation and disinformation. So it's a good development that satellite images are being shared from Sheraro. Sheraro is under ENDF and EDF control. Secondly, viewers, Getachew Tigray presidential spokesperson for the first time today spoke about Berahle front. Main push from Afar towards Tigray was being made from Berhale. I did a detailed video on that. I showed you on the map Mount Asda and places to the west of the Mount Asda, to the east as well, where fighting was ongoing. EDF was there. I reported deployment of 67th Division of EDF in my video. Afar fighters, Afar militia members were deployed to and not a large number of ENDF. Mainly EDF and Afars were on Berahle front. That is what we reported a few days ago. Getachew today spoke about this front. He says that Eritrean Army deployed 5 divisions on Berahle front, supported by mechanized divisions. 2 mechanized support was there, and these 5 divisions have been neutralized. The 5 divisions are 22nd, 30th, 38th, 61st and 67th mechanized divisions of Eritrean Defense Force were deployed there. These divisions were deployed with mechanized support on Berahle front, and Afar fighters too. He is not mentioning Afar, but I know that Afar militia members, Afar forces, they were deployed too. I think he is avoiding mention of Afar because Tigray has been saying that it does not want to that its operation is not against Afar Amhara. It does not want to fight Afar's Amhara. That is why he is not mentioning Afar. Otherwise, I know that Afar militia members, Afar forces were there on this front. So Getachew claims that 5 divisions of Eritrean Defense Force have been neutralized on Berhale. Target was Tigray, but the divisions could not make any progress. Large number of commanders of Eritrean divisions have been killed and captured. It's a very interesting claim. By the way, around 3 to 4 days ago, I did a video on Berhale. And back then it was being said that EDF and Afar fighters, they had managed to take control of Asda and they were going to move towards Agula and Vakro. But since then, we have not seen any update from that front. I am in touch with people there. So we could not receive any updates from the other side. It means that they could not advance from Asda towards Agula, towards Vakro. And now Getachew is claiming that this major offensive towards Tigray from Berhale has failed. It could be a blow. It is a blow to EDF, not ENDF, because main deployment on Berhale front is of EDF. So it's definitely a blow to EDF that for almost a week fighting ongoing, but EDF, Eritrean forces, Afars could not make inroads into Tigray. They could not reach Agula or Vakro. Lastly, viewers, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud is at last in Ethiopia. Somalia's president elected in May has visited all neighboring countries. But his visit to Ethiopia was pending, and it was being said that Ethiopia-Somalia relations were not going through a good phase, and there were tensions. The relations were strained. We know that Hassan Sheikh has visited Kenya, Djibouti, Eritrea, Egypt, UAE, Turkey, US, Tanzania. Almost all countries of the region have been visited by Hassan Sheikh since his taking office in May. That is why it was being speculated that Ethiopia-Somalia relations were not on the right track. But he has arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. A few hours ago, he was welcomed by PM Abiy of Ethiopia. He landed at Berhale Airport of Addis Ababa. We know that last week, Somalia's government launched a major offensive against Al-Shabaab. Federal regional forces, Turkish drones, Egyptian support as well, US air support, African Union troops, all are part of this major offensive against Al-Shabaab. Obviously, Kenyan and Ethiopian support is needed too. I think it's a good development for the region that Hassan Sheikh is in Ethiopia, because war against Al-Shabaab needs unity, which was missing not only in Somalia but outside Somalia as well. So Hassan Sheikh is trying to create unity in Somalia, but we were criticizing him because he had not visited Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a key player when it comes to fight against Al-Shabaab. Now Hassan Sheikh is in Ethiopia. Secondly, we know that Somalia-Egypt relations are improving a lot. An Egyptian bank has been granted NOC to operate in Somalia. Egyptian airline has been granted permission to operate in Somalia. And Somalia's injured soldiers in the ongoing operation against Al-Shabaab are being transferred to Egypt for treatment. Egypt sent 2 planes carrying aid for Somalia just last week, I think. So, and Ethiopia has always been trying to keep Egypt as away from its borders as possible. Egypt has been interested in building a military base either in Djibouti or Somalia. So, Ethiopia does not want to keep its relations with Somalia in a bad shape. Definitely, it wants to improve its ties with Somalia, and for peace and stability in the region, Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea and Kenya, if they are united, Djibouti as well, if they are united and if they can form joint strategies to counter terrorism, it can go a long way to eradicate terrorism from this region. Let's see. I'll update you in coming videos about Hassan Sheikh's visit of Ethiopia, what is going to be discussed, what is going to be announced. I'll update you in coming videos about that. Thanks for watching.